All right, we're now going to leave Long Beach in the world of car racing and head to the world of motorcycles. And with that story, here's Sandra Neal.
Riding a motorcycle and being a woman isn't exactly a novelty anymore, but perhaps being a 50-year-old mother of two who rides a BMW touring cycle is.
What do the nurses think when you wheel into Hillcrest?
I'm sure they think I'm somewhat strange. I mean, as soon as I get there, I have to put on a very conservative type of suit or dress. And they were quite shocked because of the stereotype of motorcyclists being criminal or unwashed.
Nothing could be further from the truth if you're talking about Carol Taub. She's a nursing coordinator for Hillcrest Hospital in Toronto.
My name is Mrs. Taub, and this is Yvonne Hermanstein, and we're here to do an audit.
Nursing is the profession she cherishes, but when the day is over, her motorcycle takes priority. Carol's touring bike takes her everywhere, and this evening she can hardly wait to pick up her 750 BMW from the shop.
Hi, Mark.
Hi, Carol. How are you today?
I'm okay. How's my motorcycle?
Oh, a little sicker than usual, but not too bad.
That moose is still there.
A lot of people ride bikes, but her enthusiasm is in a class by itself. It's very nice to see, especially coming from a lady.
So tomorrow when I go riding, no problem. What, turn the gas on?
I taught her to ride. That's how we met. I was teaching at Sheridan College, and she came to take the motorcycle course. So I guess I'm responsible for her basic abilities, but certainly not her finesse.
What makes Carol a good cyclist, in your opinion?
She's good looking.
Besides that?
She likes to do things that are adventurous, and she doesn't mind being out in the environment, which in a car, of course, we call them cages. You're sort of inside, and when it gets a little cold, you turn on the heater and so on. With the motorcycles, you have to learn to be a little more symbiotic and sort of bend and live with the weather, and Carol's very good at that.
Together, Carol and her husband Norm tour across the continent on their cycles. Carol's BMW has 77,000 miles on it. For her, it's more than a means of transportation to and from work. It's the only way to travel.
It's a great way to travel. You're so totally concentrating on the motorcycle and what you're doing on the road that you don't have time to think about work or problems or anything else. You have to have quick reflexes. As I said, you have to have balance and be able to make judgments very quickly about what to do next, and then have the skill to do it.
Time for coffee.
It took my parents quite a while to accept it, I think, but when I first told them, I think they were totally stunned, but I think they accept it now.
Carol has two sons of her own. The youngest, Brian, is 19, and you guessed it, he rides a motorcycle. But not without Mom insisting he take a training course. Not once, but 5 times.
Because I know what can happen. I've been cut off, and I've had things happen on the road that are very scary.
I took to it pretty well. She taught me how to ride in a parking lot first, and then I took the course when I was 14, and I aced it then, but I couldn't get my license. So I took it again when I was 16 and got my license, and I've been riding then since.
Did you have any friends that thought it was kind of neat or unusual for your mother to be cycling around?
Yeah, everyone I talk to thinks it's pretty great, you know, as they can't believe that my mom rides, so. And a lot of the times they say, oh, well, I want to ride too, but my mom won't let me. And I said, yeah, well, my mom rides, so she couldn't say anything.
Do you think if it wouldn't have been for your mother, you wouldn't be involved in motorcycle?
That's a good question. I've always been interested, but I probably would have been one of the people that said, yeah, I'd like to ride, but my mom would kill me if I ever bought one.
Well, like Carol's parents, mine cringed at the thought of having me ride a motorcycle or even be a passenger on one. But there's nothing more exhilarating than breaking with tradition. Or meeting someone who has. Let's go, Carol. I'm Sandra Neal from Motoring 89. I hope my mom isn't watching. Woo!
If you consider Motoring TV's been on the air for 30+ years, there's no doubt you've missed a few episodes. Well, there's a couple of ways you can catch up and make sure you don't miss anything. First, you can go to YouTube and look up just segments or complete shows. Also, if you want to know what we're doing like today on a daily basis, just go to our Facebook page. And also, you can go to motoringtvshop.com, get some cool swag. Oh, there's also that Instagram thing.